Hey everybody, hope you're having a great Thursday. It's Stacy from Singer Career Counseling. Hey, I just wanted to drop in today, leave a message about what do you do in an interview when they say, tell me a little bit about yourself. So I've done tons and tons of interviews, like I'm sure you all have, but what do you say? Do you get nervous when the interviewer turns and says, this is about me, glad you're here, blah, blah, blah. They tell a little bit about themselves, what they work in, what they do. And then they turn and say, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you freeze? Do you start thinking, I went to high school in Arkansas. What do you say? Do you practice that? You really should. And let me tell you why. Because sometimes you can almost forget your first name when you're interviewing. I have been stuck, and you don't want to go into that, what do you really want to know? Oh my goodness. You don't want to ask a question like that. They want to know about you. So what do you tell them? Do you start talking about, well, I'm a single father of, 3, and do you start talking and say, well, I'm married with 3 kids, or, do you start with personal things, or where do you start in your work history? If the job is for a business analyst, where do you start? If you worked at McDonald's for the first 10 years as a manager, and then went back to school and got your degree, but you really couldn't find a job in your field. So you took whatever you could, and you were in an administrative position, let's say a receptionist or something, until you could find a job in your field. What did you say? Where did you start? So you were a receptionist, and then you actually was, offered a position as a business analyst with another company. You've been there for 5 years, and now you're going somewhere else. What do you say? Do you start back at McDonald's? Or do you start where you went to college? You start your last position? What do you do? Well, folks, I can help you with that. And if you just click over there and put in your information, I'll be doing some classes on that. Some information, like in my last video yesterday, I talked about a class that I'm going to do at the beginning of the year, around the first quarter, and it'll be answering all those questions. Just tell me what you think in the comments today. What do you think, or excuse me, where would you start in your process? Given the scenario I gave you, where would you start? Or just tell me, where do you start when someone asks you, tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, I don't want you to tell me all your business in the comments, but just give me a general overview. Do you go back 10 years? Do you start like at your last job? What do you think is the appropriate thing? And how would you start talking about yourself? Anyway, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, go ahead and register to be on my email list, and you'll get some little nuggets and information about that as well. I'll be talking about that a little more in detail on a later video. All right, have a great day.